My name is Sheri and I'm an alcoholic. I'd been in addiction for about 17 years and I tried in the past to stop. I tried slowing down my drinking or monitoring my drinking. And then every time I went back to it, it proceeded to get worse. And my life became very isolated and dark very quickly in the final stages of my drinking. When I first arrived, I felt very full of self-pity and I didn't know what to expect. And I was quite frightened of the unknown. One of my memories is writing my name in my shoes, thinking it was going to be like a prison and I was going to get stolen from, but it really wasn't. The staff were lovely and the other residents were all lovely, and we just kind of all worked through what was going on for us at that time. Coming off of the alcohol and the drugs, I ended up having to do a 3-week detox, which was quite difficult, and I had a lot of like drug-induced psychosis when I arrived. So I'd have almost like visions of people in my room that weren't really there. It was very difficult to begin with, but I knew that I was in a safe environment and there was lots of staff to help. I think I struggled initially coming down into the rehab because I'd been in a safety net in the detox. And then when I came down to the farm, you have to unpeel the layers and look at what you've done and the consequences of your drinking. So I found that quite uncomfortable. But then working through it, it was very freeing. I'm a mum of 5, and not only did I have to leave my children and my husband behind at home, nearly 300 miles away, but knowing that, I also had to look at what I'd done and address the guilt and shame around it. The key workers were really great and looked after us, and it was all done in a very safe environment for us to address those issues. My key worker asked me who I was and I couldn't give him the answer. And then by the end of my 4 months, after taking away the alcohol and the drinking, the using drugs, the loud music and the drama, I knew who I was, and I went home to my family a completely different person, and that's all because of this place. My life now is filled with children's laughter and a happy home, a happy marriage. I can be there for my children today, they all need me, and I'm really lucky that they're still young. I know that in the morning I'm going to wake up sober, and I know that I can be an approachable person. The aggression has melted away. I'm much more calm in myself. Life's just completely new today. There's things I learnt here that I do daily at home, doing a gratitude list, thinking about what we're grateful for. Not only do I do that, I also make my children go around the table at the end of the evening at dinner time and say 2 things they're grateful for and 1 thing they'd like to have changed about that day. If I get things wrong, I apologise for them today. When I left the farm, I don't know if it was a 6-month or a 12-month aftercare, where I'd call in once a week just for a check-in with my key worker, which was really helpful. I'd recommend Blow Sense Farm to anyone who's struggling. It's such a safe environment to address what's going on deep down for someone. When I left Blow Sense, I felt quite frightened of the unknown, but quite keen to show everybody how much work I'd put into this. And it took me a little while to adapt back at home. I've been in recovery almost 3 years. This place saved my life, and that's what this place offers.